Hi all, this is Ben Parker from PFX Capital, and we're just going to go through the moving averages, what they mean, how do we use them in trading, and what are the differences between using moving averages other than other trend indicators. Now, we use moving averages in more or less all of our trading strategies, partly because they're a great identifier of the initial trend, whether it's the long-term trend or the minor trend. Now, we can see this, we have the 40 EMA, well the 40 SMA actually on screen at the moment on the dollar Swiss daily chart. And as we can see, a lot of the time when price is moving above this 40 SMA, or any SMA for that factor, we can initiate that it's in an uptrend. When price, on the other hand, moves below an SMA, EMA, or any multiple moving average, we can see that it is in a downtrend. Now these are fairly accurate. Now another way of properly utilising a moving average is to maybe add another one. So we have the 40 EMA on the charts at the moment. If we just add maybe a 100 simple moving average to the close, we can now see that that line is a lot flatter, maybe not as volatile as say the 40, but this 100 SMA will give us a lot clearer indications onto how well the price is trending at this moment in time. As we can see as we zoom out of the dollar Swiss, we can see the 40 EMA obviously a lot closer to the price, which offers gives us a lot more short-term trends, whereas the 100 SMA will give us a lot clearer long-term trends. This is also, the longer term trends, if you're trying to catch them, will also be a lot more emotionally involved, which some traders don't want to do. They'd rather be in there, in a trade, get out of a trade fairly quickly, maybe 2 or 3 times a day. Whereas then there's other kind of investor type traders that will look to spend their time in a trade for maybe even 6 months to a year. That's where these longer term SMAs, or even some of the shorter term SMAs, are useful for any type of trend trader. Now, if we zoom back in, we're now going to actually get rid of both of these SMAs, and we're going to have a look at the EMAs. Now, most of the time, EMAs are used conjunctively as multiple moving averages, so there won't just be one, there'll be a few. We would advise using, maybe most people use the 20 exponential. It gives a nice clean cut through the price and stays quite close. But as you can see, sometimes price moves out, you can get a false signal to actually go long when actually it's a nice fake move that could have been a good time to actually get back in short and sell at a better price. So if we just add another one, which is the 55 exponential moving average, we can see that that kind of would have just tipped that, but we would have kept in. We would have known that that would have been a good price to sell at. As we can see, any jumps through that haven't just passed the 55 EMA, it gives us a good kind of idea of how strong the price has pushed through and potentially will the trend change. As we can see, it's both EMAs have moved closely together, and as price has passed over both of them strongly, we can see that that would be and start to move apart. We can see that that would be a good entry to get in long, the same as this position right here. And we can also see that even though these EMAs are fairly close apart, we can see that price has crossed over the 55 EMA as well as the 20. Both EMAs have then crossed, giving us a direct signal to get in, which we would have got in around here. And as we can see, we would have made quite a lot of pips there. So that's kind of the basics of the moving average. You can fiddle about, change it to your trading style. You can even add multiple upon multiple of moving averages to kind of create the rainbow effect, or maybe the guppy MMA, which is explained in our trading strategies. We hope this has been useful in helping you understand moving averages, and we hope you will join us in other indicator videos.